Hey gang,
What's up?
hanging out here with Reno, aka fellow YouTuber Nevada Wheat, and we're going to tell you guys a little story that I've been kind of holding back on for some time, but Reno wanted to help me out with the story a little bit because
It's fucking badass, dude. Fucking badass.
Okay.
You guys will like it.
Yeah.
It'll give you nightmares.
This is this is actually a story I've been wanting to try and tell you guys here on YouTube for some time, but since Reno's visiting for a couple of days, he wanted to kind of help out with the story and everything like that. So, finally being told the late night road trip to Ozark story, and it really pretty much started off. We were living at this house behind the old comb factory here in town. And, we're having one of our little weekend parties, and our old buddy Steve calls us up. And, I'm like, what's going on? He's wanting to know if, Reno's
Not to mention,
around.
I'm fucking drunk when this is all happening.
And he's wanting to know if Reno's around. I said, yeah, he's been, he's partying with us. And he goes, let me talk to him. So I'm like, all right. So I hand Reno the phone. He goes in the next room. 10 minutes later, he comes out. He's like, Doc, we got to make a road trip. I'm like, what's going on?
He tells me during the phone call, he's like, hey, Reno, man, what are you doing? I said, not shit. Just been drinking. And I said, dude, I've been drinking kind of heavily. He says, Reno, Ricky's fucking flipping out over here.
Yeah.
He's throwing too much whiskey. He's hitting the walls and shit. He's flipping out. I'm like, dude, I just told you that I'm about more than halfway drunk. What do you want me to do? I have my mom's van, so actually we came to play Heroes.
Yeah. So, like I said, Reno comes out, gives me the heads up. We're like, all right. Our friend John went along with us.
John Tyner, not John Smith.
Yeah. And he's got some stories on John Smith, but he'll tell them on his channel one of these days. So, our friend John Tyner says, asks if he can tag along too. We're like, yeah, man, come on.
And the next one that went along with us was Orgasm Man. Y'all remember that story, don't you, WC? Yeah, he came too.
Trying to get this thing.
Oh, what a night.
Shot.
I remember driving on the way up there, me having to stop at least twice to throw up, by the way.
Anyway, so we get in his mom's van, and we're trying to get up there as fast as we can. Now, back then, we didn't have cell phones where Steve could call us like constantly and ask us, how close are we, how close are we, how close are we? We get up there, and we're hearing music playing, everything like that, laughing, all this other stuff. So we're like, what's going on here? So, get inside. Ricky is calm, cool, collected. Steve's buddy Justin is there, and he's just having himself a good time. Steve's other buddy Josh Tadlock was there, and he brought some girls over with him, and we're just like, so we just came up here pretty much for nothing. And Steve wants to just hang out for a while. I was like, yeah, sure, let's leave our house there in Boonville, next door to a bunch of drug heads. They're all by itself for like 3 or 4 hours. Sure, why not? So Reno has to take Josh and Ricky into town in his mom's van, and these 2 girls Josh brought with him. And so, John and I were sitting there. Steve's hanging out and everything like that, and he's with his buddy Justin, like I said before. So then Steve decides that he wants to take Justin into his bedroom to
with
talk.
The lights off.
With the lights off, Metallica Black Album blaring out the speakers, door closed, everything. But he says they're just going to go in there to talk. So I'm like, all right.
Now get this. 2 hours later.
Well, what happened was, I was like, I asked Steve, I was like, dude, can I get on your computer for a little bit, check some stuff out? He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. John goes to play one of his video games. Reno's still gone. So then...
No, I got back time to see him come
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. So then Reno comes back. Ooh, big old hand. So Reno comes back, and he's like, where's Steve at? And we told him, I was like, he's in his room with Justin. And he could hear, everything that was happening. Metallica blaring and everything like that. Lights out, the whole 9 yards.
I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck?
So then a little bit after Reno got back, asked that question, Steve and Justin come out of his room, and Steve is zipping up his pants.
What's really fucked me up?
Yeah.
Because about 6 o'clock that morning, we decided it was time to go.
Yeah. Because right after we saw that, it was like, oh boy. But here's where it gets really weird. Justin would drink water and spit the water back out into Steve's sink constantly. So
we got to wondering about that.
Yeah. So I was like, something's going on. And he said, I was just drunk. It's like, yeah, okay. If you say so, dude.
I asked him, I said, do you have plenty of practice spitting or what?
So all this time, we've told the story to several people, and they all come up with the same answer. So if you want to, in the comments below, let us know what you guys thought was going on in Steve's bedroom.
And this is where kid behind the camera. Like, share, move.
So basically, if you want to leave a comment down below letting us know what you guys thought happened with Steve and Justin in his room, all by themselves with lights out, Metallica blasting, we'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, if you get a chance, go check out Reno's YouTube. It's under Nevada Weed. I'll put the name down in the description below if you guys want to go subscribe to him as well.
Like, favorite,
We'll see you guys later, and we hope you enjoyed the
Doc
video.
and Reno behind the camera says goodbye.
Stay strong.
Peace out.
Rock on.